Crying.
Yes, we are.
We don't want to lose the van.
No. Indeed.
Welcome to the van life in the Netherlands. People.
Yeah.
Van life in the Netherlands. It's awesome. I wish I could buy you the best van in the world.
Yeah,
But the best van in the world is the one that we're both in. Even if it's an old banging rust bucket.
That is true.
Right? But
Yes.
you deserve a nice van. You deserve something better than a rust bucket. I'm very proud of you.
We gotta leave.
Yes.
Otherwise we'll be too late.
Too late for what?
Too late for the MOT.
Oh.
And watch out for the pothole. There's a big one.
It's been raining
Non-stop.
non-stop, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big huge pothole.
Yeah. And you're driving straight through it. Really do it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Really?
Tried to honk the horn, but
Yeah.
it was stuck.
Oh.
Nah, it's okay. Didn't want to scare our friends. We're
No.
off to the safety inspection.
Yeah.
This could be the last ride.
Yeah, exactly.
The last ride of the van.
Yeah.
But we gotta know the verdict. We gotta know what's up.
Yeah. We're gonna know what we're dealing with, of course.
We have to know
Yeah.
if we still have a van.
Yeah.
And usually they're pretty rough with
Take
it.
you guys over here. So,
I'm always gentle with my lady.
yes. Indeed.
This one.
You see?
I'm always gentle with my lady. And the van too. But you just don't know. They're gonna put it to the max, the brakes and everything. Oh,
Yeah.
there's an obstacle.
I know, an obstacle. You see?
So you can pass it.
Ah,
It's the bin truck.
the bin truck. Let's see. Oh, it's on the move.
It's on the move.
Ah, you see?
It's the bin truck, buddies.
The bin truck, buddies.
Show them the bin. Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Oh, right.
Pushable bars. Not. So let's wait it out.
So it's one of those days, I see.
We turn
I
around,
guess.
turn on the bin truck.
Bin truck. Yep. And it's on the move again. Wow.
Did you shoot it, sort of?
I hope so. I just turned my camera
Yeah,
on.
this is the Jeep parked there, so we
No.
I don't want to scratch the van.
No.
I don't want to squeeze through it yet.
No.
See, just with the patience and not in a hurry
No.
to get the van rejected.
No.
By the
It's,
inspection.
live in oblivion a few more seconds.
Yes.
Indeed.
So, yeah, we'll just have to hear the verdict.
Yep. Indeed.
And then you'll hear the verdict
True.
too. So let's focus on getting there,
Yeah. Let's focus on the traffic.
and then we'll check back in.
Later.
For you, it'll be a second. For us, it'll be nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hours. Right.
Bye.
We got the list. We went
Yeah.
to the MIT. It's an old-fashioned list, handwritten. You can see our
Old school. Yeah.
where's the license? No.
Over there.
218,000.
Those are. Oh.
That's not our mileage. Oh, yeah, that's another car. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Ignore this part. It's another car. This is ours, the Volkswagen with our license plate. And these lists, this is our list. It's like 8 items on the list.
If you count both sides, left and right, it's 10.
Don't give any spoilers yet.
Sorry, you wanna do
What?
it over?
No, it's okay. But, I mean, people don't know what's on the list, so
Nope.
I can
true.
just say just read them to yourself lazily, but I wanted to read it to them.
Yeah, of course.
Just want to show them the list,
Okay.
in case people are interested in
Yeah.
reading it. So, we'll get to it. Don't worry. No worries. Well, we do worry, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we went there. There was first there was an obstacle on the road, and then later on there was a garbage truck, and then there was a road detour.
Yeah.
So we had to drive through all little villages. It's really difficult because navigation keeps
Yeah.
sending you back. But eventually,
Yeah.
we got there a couple of minutes late, but they were still doing another vehicle.
Yeah.
So it was
All good.
all good.
Yeah.
Took them an hour to do the inspection. They were very thorough.
Yeah.
It was the main chief, the chief inspector himself, and his cronies,
Yeah. True.
literally. And what they do is they inspect it. And we could watch from a distance inside at a safe distance, not walking in front of them.
No, of course.
But every time he went to his little note and wrote things on there, or he told his cronies, add something to it.
Yep.
So but every time we saw them writing on the note, we got more nervous, of course, as you can understand. So we heard them mention all kind of things. He got his hammer out. He got a big wrench out. He got a screwdriver out.
Yep.
Poked some holes. He removed some parts from the van even. Doing that.
Rust. Mainly, yeah.
And here, it's always if you buy the bottom of the barrel van. We bought this a year ago out of necessity.
Yeah.
And it's still, because it's older than 30 years, it's from 1994. It gets in the Netherlands a 2-yearly inspection.
Yeah.
When we bought it, it already 1 year of the 2 had passed.
Yeah.
And so you don't know what you're buying, but
Nope.
you do know because it's cheap that there are issues with it.
Yeah.
We just never knew what. Is it nervous to by itself? But you always live in uncertainty and fear and doubt. So it's better to know. Now we know
Yeah, finally.
what's up.
Yeah.
It's a long list. Let's
It is.
start reading it.
Yeah.
They were doing all the light tests and everything, and it all worked. So I was happy.
Yeah.
Blinker, because the blinkers don't always work.
No. This time they did.
This time they did, and the wipers don't always work, but this time they did.
Yeah.
And then the guy called out fog light, and I was like, "Uh-oh, do we have a fog
We
light?"
didn't know we had one. So
We have 2 buttons. We have 2 fog light buttons. Maybe one is for the front and one is for the back. We don't know. We got 2. Or maybe somewhere a button came off and somebody put 2 fog light buttons. I don't know. Anyway, no fog lights. Fog lights non-existent,
need
don't
to be
work.
fixed. Yeah.
It needs to have fog lights.
Yeah.
Then you think, okay, that's
Yeah. That's, yeah. Not that we can fix it, but
Not that we can fix it, but that's
seems easy enough. Yeah.
it seems like you can find a guy, find a mechanic. Excuse me. You hopefully find a mechanic who can fix that for you.
Yep.
Then the second thing is license plate lights. To light up your license plate at night. Apparently, we don't have a license plate light, or we don't have a working.
I thought I saw it work last time.
I don't know.
I checked,
I don't know if
but-
it's front or back. We would have to.
Usually at the back, I think. But
Yeah, the back.
yeah.
The back. Yeah. Does the front? Does the front don't have one? I don't know.
Well, no.
Well, yeah, the back does have one. Yeah, it's probably that one. Extensive fluid leakage. RA2. It's a code. It's a inspection code.
Yep.
RA2 in the Netherlands. It's an inspection code.
Yeah.
It means extensive fluid leakage. I don't know. I mean, we had a coolant leak.
From the exhaust, I think. It
What?
says. Exhaust.
No, that's the
Oh, that's the next one.
That's the next point on the
Oh.
list. Right, wow.
I'm sorry.
No, leakage is like oil
Oh, okay.
or brake oil, brake fluids, extensive fluid leakage.
We haven't seen anything on the pavement, so
I hardly have to top up the oil.
yeah.
And the coolant, since we put the new bowl in,
Yeah.
never had to top it up.
Yeah.
But apparently, I don't know, maybe they see that the engine box is wet. I don't know.
I heard him say something about what you call it, dynamo.
Oh,
what you
yes.
call it?
They didn't even put that on the list.
The how do you call it?
Dynamo belt?
Yeah. Well, it has a different name. But cannot.
Cam belt?
No. We replaced it on the old van. With the
Alternator?
alternator.
What is with the alternator?
Isn't that the dynamo?
Yes, but what was with the alternator then?
Belt? The alternator belt?
Alternator belt?
I think
You
he
don't think
said.
an alternator has a belt?
Well, I don't know.
But apparently the cam belt. I can only assume that the cam belt. That's what we heard, but it's not on the list.
No.
But we heard him say, "Oh, there was something wrong with it, with the
Yeah.
belt. It was off or something. I don't know. That's the thing. I didn't want to run over there and ask, but what we heard, it said, "Oh, the dynamo is off. The dynamo belt is off." Or maybe not correctly. I don't know. I mean, you would anyway. That's another worry. So maybe a new cam belt
Yeah.
would be in order,
Yeah.
because we don't know anything about the maintenance history.
No.
That's not
nothing.
even on. We'll put that on the list. The cam
Yes.
belt.
Yeah.
Because other belts. Yeah, you have another belt in the van, the cam belt, and the
The other one, yes.
other one.
What was it called again?
I mean, we've been schooled in mechanics in Portugal. We should know these things.
Exactly. Alternator belt? No, I don't know. It's been a while.
The V belt, the face now.
Oh,
What's that in English? The other one.
yeah. I know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's not on the list for the inspection. Yeah, Petra already gave it away. The next one, the exhaust has a leak. Apparently the exhaust was welded
Yep.
in several spots, renewed. But he said where they connect, there's a leak. And he poked in it with a screwdriver and he poked through it.
Yep.
So the exhaust leaks.
Yeah.
I said, is that a welding? I asked him, is it a welding job? He said, no, it just needs a piece put
Yeah.
in
I
between.
guess. Yes.
Yeah, it was the clearest instruction that you hoped for, but
No. True.
A leaky exhaust. Well, you think, okay, an exhaust, all right. We might do an exhaust change or the repair. That's not gonna break the bank necessarily.
No.
Next thing on the list, the brake cables. Left and right front, the brake cables, need de-rusting.
That's the caliper.
Also, yeah, Baker gives it. I was building up to that. Oh, sorry, Petra. Yeah, thank you. That's all right. Also, like Petra said, the brake calipers need to be de-rusted. Those are those things that you put the brake pads into.
Yeah, true.
If I'm correct. The brake calipers, in Dutch remklauw. Remklauw. So the brake lines and the brake calipers, left, right, and left front, need de-rusting. Then the next item on the list is Dutch. It's called fusée-kogels.
Yeah.
What's the English word? Ball joints.
Yeah.
He points for me. Ball
We can't talk
ball
anymore.
joints left and front, left and right at the front. The ball joints. There's too much gap. The ball joints, I think, have too much gap, and they need to be replaced. And with the ball joint replacement, I've been told by the mechanical fairies that to do the ball joints, you usually also have to, because they have to replace also the arm. They do it in one day. If they replace the ball joints, there's also an arm between them. They have to replace that as well. So the ball joints and the arm. But it depends on the mechanic who has a look at it, because we only say, well, ball joints, and then they have to figure out, is it enough to just do the ball joint, or do they also do the arm? And depending on if they have to do the arm as well, that adds costs to the list. And then our main worry basically was welding on the beams, the carrier beams and everything. But that was all allegedly all right.
All right.
But it's not welding free.
No, of course.
Petra, what needs to be welded? What's the word in Dutch?
Dorpel.
Dorpel. It's a sill, a sill or a threshold that protects the inner parts under the van. It's sort of the edges at the door. By the door, they said it's all been patched up.
Yeah, on the right side.
And he poked a big chunk out of it, off it.
He did. Yeah.
So it looks less desirable at the moment.
Indeed.
That needs welding as well.
Yeah.
The plate, the sill plate, under the van.
Yeah.
And
under the sliding door.
Yeah, at the back of the sliding door. That's the piece that we saw.
Yeah.
But allegedly under the sill as well.
Yeah.
And we haven't looked at that.
No.
But that's what welding is needed for. So all in all, that's all that's on the list.
Yes. Well. Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Some of the things seem manageable, like a new cam belt or a fog light or a license plate light. Leakages, all vans have that.
Yeah.
That's a recommendation, point of attention. That's not rejection for the inspection. There's not rejection for the inspection, but that's an attention point. The leaky exhausts, you could say, okay.
You do.
You smell it. Now you know when you smell it.
Yeah. More than before.
The de-rusting of the brake lines and the brake calipers, left front and right front, sounds like not the worst costly jobs in the world, of course. But the ball joint beam replacement, that sounds like a biggie.
Indeed
The bigger
it
one.
does.
And
Yeah.
the sill or threshold welding. Yeah, that can cost anywhere between 150 euros and 1500 euros, welding wise,
Yeah.
I suppose, according to Google.
So yeah,
So
that's bummer.
it's a bummer, and it seems doable if you have some spare funds. But I think all in all, you must be looking at, I don't know if the same, if you take it to one mechanic shop, they can do probably all the things except for the welding. But before you take it to the mechanic shop to do all those things, you might need to know what the welding costs first. Because that,
That's the big one. Yeah.
and there's one, there's one guy who welds, he does welding for the inspections, but he's at the other side of the country.
Of course.
We're in the northeast, and he's in the west,
Yeah.
all the way west. That's a long drive to get an estimate for the cost.
Yeah.
So you have to put fuel in, you have to drive there, you have to get the estimate, and then you have to decide, is it worth him doing that? And then you still have to get, after that, you have to get the estimate for the ball joints and then all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Should we... What should we do? What do you think?
Fundraiser.
Fundraiser?
You know.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or yeah, just look for another one. Yeah, see. We have to have a good think about that.
Yeah, it helps us if you let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Because yes, we don't have any spare money at the moment
No.
to pay for any of the repairs.
No.
But we also don't have money for another bottom of the barrel fan. All our options that we have at the moment is trading it with wallets closed with a shady dealer, or that's another option, because there's some bottom of the barrel vans for sale for around 2,500 euros. That could fit us, that could get us through, because you need to buy time, it could get us through another year. But we don't have 2,500 euros, so you would have to trade this van, and that will be then discounted on.
Yeah.
So if they say, I'll give you 500 back for this one, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
For the last vans that we had in similar situations who didn't pass inspection, we got 300 back. So let's say we get 300 back, then you still have to cough up if we find a banger, a bottom of the barrel
Yeah.
vehicle with still a few months of inspection on it, then you would have, let's say 25 of 2,300 minus the 300, you still have to cough up 2,000, so you would have to do a fundraiser, either because you have to put money in.
Yeah.
So you could buy another one for around 2,000. It'll be a challenge.
Indeed.
Or you have to find something in even worse shape, but not the van. And then if you just go for a vehicle, something with an engine in it, and sort of under 1,000 euros, You might get away with trading this in with a shady dealer and say, hey, you got a vehicle on there for 700 euros. Can we swap? And we just want an inspection on it for a year. So we have our instant mobility. But it won't be great because a normal car you can't park on a free motorhome site.
No.
That's frowned upon. They're just there for motorhomes, vans.
Yeah.
And you have less privacy in a vehicle, and you have less space in a vehicle. It creates all practical issues. So another bottom of the barrel banger would make sense, because even if we do what Petra said, maybe if we do a fundraiser and we raise 2,000 euros, if we're not lucky, we can either put it towards the repairs for this van, or you could put it towards the next one. If you put it towards the repairs, and we know that from doing it with the Peugeot Boxer, we did a fundraiser, put it towards the repairs, and the guy swore on the life of his grandmother and his children. He swore to us back in the day that the price would be the price. The price of the quote. He said it won't cost you a penny more than I can't remember the amount at the moment. He said it won't cost you a penny more than 25 or 2,600 euros. He swore that on his children's lives and his wife's lives. And
He did.
And a week later he phoned us up and he said, yeah, it's going to cost you a couple of $100 more.
Yeah.
And with these repairs, the quote might not be the quote. So that's why sometimes we incline to put money towards another banger, because you can just swap your stuff over and you start and you're off. And sometimes with repairs, they say, oh yeah, it's going to cost this, and then when you say yes to that and they got you, they can raise the price and they can say, oh yeah, we found something this and it needs the brake lines, it needs complete brake line repair, we can't de-rust it. Thought we could, and then they got you because they got your brake lines off. What else can you say than yes, fix that? So we don't want to get caught with our pants down that if you raise 2,000 euros, that's a big if, that you get stuck in a repair that suddenly costs more, and then you instantly run towards the issue that you can't pay those extra costs, which we also had with the Peugeot Boxer. We had to deal with that. So we know that exists, and we heard from other people that the quote is one thing, and then when they have you, they slap on extra costs. But if you go to a shady dealer or a motorhome dealer and you say, hey, that's for sale for 2,300, and what if we give you this one? And you just pay them, and you're off on your way, merry way.
Yeah.
But that's if we can.
Yeah. True.
If we can race, because we have now, it's the 18th, and the van expires legally in 10 days from now.
Yeah.
The 28th of May is the last day.
Yeah. True.
Let's say the 27th. 28th is the last day that it can sort of be on the road legally. So that gives us a week, a full week to do a fundraiser.
Yeah.
But if you look at how things have been going lately, I don't even know if we can raise any money at all.
No. Exactly. So, yeah.
And if I phone up my rich family, because I can ask them, of course, because in desperate times you could do that, then I'm faced with hours-long blaming, shaming, humiliation, rituals, where I have to listen to them insult me for a few hours before they even decide if they're going to help at all. And I'm really not looking forward to that, because that crushes your soul. That takes years out of your life, if you know what I mean. if I have to listen through the humiliation ritual for an hour, that takes a year of my life, easy. And they're not done in an hour. And I had to sit through those in the past. And then if I slipped up, then they said, well, you get nothing. And then they got to insult me for an hour for free. And then sometimes called me back in the evening and insulted me again for an hour and then still didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm really not looking forward to having to do that, if you guys understand. My brother the same. My brother hides behind his wife. He'll say, I cannot help you, or my wife will be upset. And it's easy. Uses the wife as an out. And my parents, I don't know. They're probably expecting a phone call from me because they probably watch the videos and they sort of enjoy our struggle. That's why they probably watch, but they haven't reached out on any of the videos that we made saying, hey, we want to help out. Same goes for your side, your sister, your father. You can't. Petra's mother helps from time to time, but a father, a sister. For all I have is the viewers and our vlogs that we can talk about this, and yeah, it's. I mean, it seems like a small issue, but if this is your house, and that's also funny. They asked us. They said, "Do you live in the van?" And we said, "Yep." And I said, "Oh, you live in that? That small thing?" That's actually what they said. That's why we thought about naming the channel. You live in this? But they asked us that. We probably have that vibe. That full-timer vibe. Maybe also because of our worried faces when we were standing there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. We really don't know. Just you guys, if you watch this video, let us know. Advise us. We got a week to figure something out. I'll hop on the internet. I'm gonna look at vehicles to swap with today. Undesirable vehicles to swap with, because as long as we don't have any money into the account to go on the hunt for other low-priced vehicles, I have to find something that I can swap with so wallet's closed. That's how we got the Popemobile. I've been looking for Popemobiles. There's a few of them out there, but they. I mean, our Popemobile was sort of lowest of the lowest priced, but now I saw some Popemobiles, and they're asking €2,250 for the Popemobiles. I found one was €1,250, but it didn't have any pictures of the inside, because you need to look inside and see what's in it, if there's room for us. But then it's desperate times when I'm looking for Popemobiles. And you might wonder, why am I looking for Popemobiles? It's because we know that we fit in it.
Yep.
We fitted in it before. I mean, I might have gained a few pounds, but we fitted in it before, so we should fit in it again. And with another vehicle, like a Peugeot Partner or a Opel, what's it called? Opel Combo and the Volkswagen Caddy. They're all similar sized, but we don't know if we will fit in one of those, because it depends on what's inside. Sometimes they have barriers inside. Or on the upside, it's not winter.
Yeah, true.
But it is, at least we know now what we're up against. We're up against this long list of things.
Yep, true.
All in all, our worst the welding, the beams, that was our main worry, but all the costs combined
Yeah.
is sort of similar situation to a big welding job. And it still needs the welding job, and we don't know the costs, and we don't know the costs of
No.
the ball joint arms and everything. That's really difficult to estimate.
No.
So there you have it. It's the raw, honest truth about van life. We go through this every once in a while.
Yes.
This will be the 6th van, so it will be the 7th time that we have to go through this.
Yeah.
And it never gets easier, does it?
Well. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. If you've been through it before, yeah. It's just one of those things, I guess.
I just wish, I wish that for 10 years that I could buy us a proper van. A proper one. That you, that gives you a bit more time, huh? A proper van that's not end of lifespan.
Yeah.
I was telling the wife of the inspector about that. I said, we've been doing this for 10 years. And we've been scraping by going from one banger to the next. And she said, there's more. I know more people in similar situations. We're not the first ones living in the van.
No.
But just vlogging about it, that's the whole only difference. There's more people in situations that we are in. Situations.
Yeah.
But we're not the only ones.
No.
So, that's long enough, the blurb. I'll get to uploading this for you guys, because we really can use your input.
Yeah.
We got link in the descriptions, we got the donation links, we got a PayPal link, we got especially for the Dutch people, we got ideal links. I'll put that in the description as well.
Yeah.
We got my ebooks, we got Petra's ebooks. It's all linked in the comments. In the pinned comments section. So you can let us know what you think. The verdict is out. It's not approved. And we got a weeks to figure something out.
Okie dokie.
Anything else you wanna?
No, I just need to process it.
You have to process it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's our most. We just arrived, and then at the camper sports, it was not easy. And there was also the detour. We couldn't get back, and then you're already stressed because you just had that horrible news.
Yeah.
So it was your patience is sort of going thin when you're driving around and you're thinking about the end of the van, and then there's a detour and you're stuck in a little village. The stress got to us a little bit there. But now, it's sinking in.
Yeah.
So you're getting the raw reaction. We just came back. You're getting the raw reaction. We didn't take time to pee. We didn't take time to eat or have a drink. We just came straight raw. We parked, and you guys are the first
To know.
to know.
Yeah. Well, see you when we see you.
All right, Petra. Go ahead. Press the button.
Okie dokie. Bye.
Bye bye.